the request for planning grants, then the review, approval, and awarding of the planning grants, then the 5-year action plans. In between that, the federal government has to put forward a map saying where it thinks we need rural broadband subsidies. And then, of course, the states need an opportunity to challenge the map for accuracy. And you can imagine this doesn't all happen in like a day. Okay.
So apparently this guy who was explaining this is a liberal, right? This is Ezra Klein, a journalist and the host of the Ezra Klein Show, discusses the bureaucratic insufficiencies of the Biden's Build Back Better plan on Jon Stewart's The Weekly Show podcast. Yeah, this is a Democrat. This is not a Doge employee. Oh my God, his face. This is not a Doge employee. This is a guy who basically is a liberal and says there are so many insufficiencies with liberal governments all around the country. And look, this is the moment he finds out that, oh my God, we're all being scammed.
Step 7 has to use the FCC maps to make allocation decisions. Then, having already done their letter of intent, their request for planning grants, it's hard even to talk about this, man. Step 7 is NTIA must use the FCC maps that were already challenged for allocation decisions. Then, having submitted all this, I think this one is actually quite amazing. Yeah. Having submitted their 5-year plans or letters of intent, step 8 is states must submit an initial proposal to the NTIA. Then,
is that the result of their $5 million planning fund? This initial
I assume,
proposal?
But then what was the 5-year plan?
And what the fuck did they apply for? What was their NOFO?
Like, if the 5-year action plan isn't the initial proposal, then what's the 5-year action
plan? Forget NOFO.
Okay.
MOFO.
Step 9, NTIA must review and approve each state's, again, initial proposal. By my read, we have had at least 2 initial proposals here, but that's a different issue.
Oh my God.
Step 10, states must publish their own map and allow internal challenges to their own map. So the government has published a map. They have invited the states to challenge the map. Then states have submitted initial proposals, and they then have to publish their own map and allow challenges.
Wait, who's challenging it within the state?
Well, organized interest groups, environmental group, like I don't know who specifically, but literally anybody. This is, right. I want to say something because it's very important I say this. This is the Biden administration's process for its own bill. They wanted this to happen. This is how liberal government works now.
This is something they instituted for this bill.
For their bill.
This has got to be one of the greatest moments in like Elon Musk's career, because he's been getting so much hate for calling stuff like this out. And this was the Biden Build Back Better plan. And again, I'm like reading the comments as I'm going through. And somebody said, you voted for this, John. This is what you voted for. This is what he goes on a show bashing Elon Musk all the time. He's just now finding out, oh, look, it's Jon Stewart, the guy that invited Elon Musk to his show. Right? Yeah, people are mad at they're mad at Jon Stewart for this. Oh my God, they're mad at Jon Stewart for finding the truth. Somebody in the comments said the whole point is to steal as much money from the taxpayer as they can before any work is being done. If anything really beneficial happens for the public, it's entirely by accident. Yeah, that's what more government is like.
This is a bill.
This is a bill by Democrats.
Bill.
For their bill. This is a bill passed by Democrats with a regulatory structure written by Democratic administration. Okay.
Right.
Step 11. The NTIA must review and improve the challenge results and the final map. So the NTIA has put forward a map. The states have challenged that map. Then the states have put forward their maps, had other challenges. And now the NTIA must review and approve the challenges to the state maps. Okay. So we've done step 11. NTIA must review and approve challenge results and final map. We've lost 9 of the applicants at that point. Step 12. States must run a competitive sub-granting process.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. At step 12, after all this has been done.
Yeah, none of that could have happened along the way. We have now lost 17 more applicants. So now 30 of 56 have completed step 12. Step 13, states must submit a final proposal. All the proposals weren't enough to NTIA. Now that goes to 3 of 56. So we've gone in the last couple steps from 56 had gone to this point to 3 of 56. Step 14. The NTIA must review and approve the state's final proposal. And that is 3 of the 56 jurisdictions and states are there. In summary, states are nearly at the finish line. And it says to stop their progress now, or worse, to make them go backwards, would be a stick in the spokes of the most promising broadband deployment plans we have ever seen. End scene.
I'm speechless, Ezra. Honestly, like, it's far worse than I could have imagined. But
Yeah, you wanted this so bad, bro. This guy has advocated against. Oh my God.
fact that they amputated their own legs on this is what's so stunning.
No, it's not stunning. It's just a democratic way of life. More government, more regulations, more bureaucracy instead of cutting it out. Look how many steps it takes just to get one thing done. How much money have they taken in this process? Good question. Let's read more comments because, yeah, people are. Yeah, it sounds long-winded, but it's impossible to determine whether those steps are reasonable without understanding the rationale. Look, we got people defending this in the comments. People are very split divided here. If you had focus on the stuff instead of declaring war on vulnerable minorities, the separation of powers, what the hell is going on? Yeah, look, I can't believe after watching this, and any individual will be against Doge. Yeah, any individual, the whole. Like half the country is against Doge. They have no idea why. They don't even know why. Like everybody is like this guy. Everybody is like this guy right here. Jon Stewart, one of the biggest comedians. I actually love Jon Stewart, by the way. I'm actually a huge fan. I don't like his politics sucks right now because he's under this spell that he needs to please this liberal audience. That I don't understand it. Why continue to defend this? Like this is bad. Councilwoman Vicky Palladino from New York, she says it's always great to watch liberals realize how terminally incompetent the bureaucrats they cheerlead for really are. Yeah, this is all bureaucracy. This is why cutting government and cutting bureaucracy and cutting all these, we don't even have one middleman. We have 1,000 steps. Like, it's crazy. But again, you don't want to end up like Jon Stewart here. Hopefully his next show speaks about this. Hopefully, right? But I guess we'll never know. I'm not sure obviously he's a liberal, he's a Democrat. I'm going to check out his show. Definitely going to check this guy out. See what he's about. I listen to anybody and everybody that I feel is good. So I'll check him out as well. All right. See you guys on the next one.